Hi, I'm going to show you how to make this hat with our stick and stitch stickers. I'm Nikki with Just Beyond the Cottonwoods, and we sell sticker packs with hand embroidery stickers to use on all sorts of projects, including our most popular item, which is our baseball caps. I used one sticker from our stick and stitch plants pack. It's a floral, and I'm starting with the leaves. I'm using a green here. I'm using 4 different floss colors. Typically I like to use 3, but for this hat I chose 4, and I use predominantly a back stitch and a French knot. I'm filling in this leaf and it looks like a satin stitch, but I'm not going over my previous thread. I'm doing the same thing here with this petal. I stitch around the boundary of the petal with maybe a 1/4 inch to an 1/8 inch stitch. That's a back stitch for each petal, and then I go around with each petal, and I just use a simple straight stitch to fill in. It's almost like painting with thread, and I do that with each petal for this big flower, and carefully just filling in any white spaces. And then I go in to do the smaller flowers. This particular sticker has 3 flowers with 5 petals each. So I do 1 petal at a time. With the smaller flowers, I have to use smaller stitches, of course. And then I go with a contrasting color. I'm using blue, and I like to just add 3 little stitches to each petal just to give it some dimension and depth, and the blue really makes the center of this flower pop. When I do the smaller flowers, instead of using 3 stitches, I'll use 2 stitches, a long one and then a short one, and then I fill the center with French knots. The large floral flower gets 3 French knots in the center, and then the smaller flowers get 1 French knot per flower. And sometimes there's a lot of stitching on the back, so you just have to be careful here not to poke yourself when you're doing the French knots in the center. But again, I'm using that contrasting color just to bring some depth and to make these look a little bit more realistic. These can look like pansies or petunias even, or impatiens, just depending on your color choices. And then I have little floral accents coming kind of off of the larger flower. That is a simple back stitch with some little daisy stitches. So for those, I just make a loop and then I secure them with a little tie-in at the end, and then each of those just has 7 little daisy stitches. So this color I'm using is a little bit different than the petal color, just again to add a little bit more complexity to the piece and give more for the eye to look at. And I think these are super cute, and you can choose any color palette that you like. This is my spring summer collection color palette, which has peaches and oranges and blues and greens, and so it's a really kind of vibrant color choice to use here. On white hats with stick and stitch stickers, it's good to go ahead and test them out to make sure that there's no bleeding or anything like that. And this one turned out just fine. This is my favorite part, rinsing off the sticker patch sticker